Joining me today is Tom Galligan, who's the president and professor at Colby Sawyer College. So Tom, we talked a little bit about the success of Colby Sawyer College, but I want to kind of turn to sort of the world outside of the campus on the hill here, and focus on sort of the connections that a president that you've had to make with the outside community, whether it's sort of local, whether it's state, whether it's national, and what are the issues, tensions, dynamics? Just open it along that vein, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. And let's start local. New London is a charming, wonderful, small town. So one of the things I learned really, really quickly was you know everybody.
And everybody knows you.
Yeah, and you can't go out to dinner without meeting people. And I'm kind of an extrovert, so I really, really like that. A couple of my kids, they blush a little bit, but I love it. So, but being invited to speak to organizations, Rotary clubs, other service clubs, the Squires, being asked to, when the Colby Sawyer College Singers have a performance, being asked to be the MC of that program. Adventures in Learning is a wonderful initiative that the college has with some townspeople. It's a lifelong learning commitment. Teaching and lecturing in Adventures in Learning has been particularly rewarding. My wife Susan's been the president of the Garden Club. She's been on the board of the Fells. She's been in the Kearsarge Chorale, and she's the leader of that group right now. So I think that we've gotten involved and we've loved it. So that's been our local commitment.
And is that a must-do for a good, successful college president?
Yes, but I would add this. I think at a place like Colby Sawyer, it's a must-like. So if you view it as a must-do, then
it's not going to be successful.
It's not going to be successful. I think it's a must-like, and we've really liked it.
And I guess in this time of the year, we see presidential candidates coming through, and you can get a sense for who really likes to talk to voters and who believes they just have to talk to voters.
Yeah, I mean, you really can, and then I try to be independent in my politics. When the curtain closes, I vote as I vote, but I tend to be independent in my politics. So it's interesting when we have candidates come. It's like, I don't want to look like I'm endorsing, but I want to be there and excited, and I want to learn as much as I can because, after all, I want to be an informed voter. To go from local to the statewide level, I was the co-chair of the Supreme Court of New Hampshire Historical Society's Civics Education Task Force. Got to work with the deans at UNH Law School. Got to work with Justice Souter, and that was a really rewarding experience. On the national level, I've been on the American Bar Association Accreditation Committee. In fact, I chaired it for 2 years. So I think a lot of people learned about Colby Sawyer College because whenever we have a hearing, I introduce myself as Tom Galligan, Colby Sawyer College, New London, New Hampshire. I've gotten to testify in Congress, and so again, I think on C-SPAN, Tom Galligan, Colby Sawyer College.
So
a lot of great stuff.
Plugs for the college everywhere you go.
Plugs for the college everywhere you go, and I think in any job, you got to have fun, and it's got to be rewarding. So you got to find those things that you do, that you love, that serve the college, so that your own sort of soul and your intellect are getting stoked, while at the same time you're hopefully doing good with others for your college.
I want to turn to the civic engagement issue. Do you see students as civically engaged as they were in the past, or against some sort of ideal? Is there civic engagement on campuses?
Yes, there is. As engaged as there was in the past, I think if we were to go back to the 60s and early 70s, no, they're not that engaged.
But that was a time, almost a unique period in American history.
It was a unique period in American history, and a little bit of a tangent, but one of the things that I'm really proud of that we've accomplished in the last 10 years is our sustainability initiatives, our solar panels, our hiring a sustainability coordinator, our recycling. And the reason I'm going there is because I tell students, I say, the environment and sustainability ought to be your civil rights movement. You ought to be active in this regard. And I see some activity, but I don't see as much as, and I don't want to sound like I'm judging them, but I don't see as much as I would like to see.
What we've got to head out right now. We're out of time in this segment, but we're going to continue our conversation and focus on challenges that college as a whole see. So please stay with us.